What's going on, everybody? This is Lee from J&L Shooting Academy. I hadn't put out a video for quite a while on this channel. Just been busy getting the business growing, those kinds of things. Our numbers for concealed carry and basic handgun course are starting to pick up. Been working on the range, doing some range improvements. If you follow my Instagram account, you may see some of the improvements that we have done to the range, and we're still working on it. And the other thing, we're eventually, like I said when we started this, we're going to eventually work into doing some survival and land navigation training. So if you live in the southeastern part of North Carolina, or you choose to travel from parts unknown, look us up on Facebook at J&L Shooting Academy. It's got all our contact information in there. And inquire about any courses and classes we have to offer. We'd be glad to have you. But what I want to talk to you about today is just a series of Smith & Wesson pistols that I own, going from my most recent purchase to my first purchase. And we're going to talk about the various calibers as well, and the features of the firearms that I like, I dislike, and I have no opinion on one way or the other. So the first one we'll start with, without any further ado, is the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 10 millimeter that I just recently bought. More than a couple weeks ago. Decided I was going to get into the 10 millimeter game, and so I opted for this one. As you can see, it's clear. There's no freedom seeds inside. Okay. What I do like about this one is the trigger safety feature that comes with it. Now, this particular model does not have a thumb safety, even though it's got a cutout in here. You can see it right there, that, eventually later on, I guess I could put one in if I want, but I'm happy the way it is. I do believe I'm going to replace, though, this trigger with a Vortex, or another modified trigger assembly aftermarket. My son's helping me pick those out because that seems to be his purview. But it's your standard M&P shield breakdown. There's your takedown lever right there. It's got ambidextrous slide release. The other thing I liked about it is the back strap. Take that out, and the back strap comes off just like that. And it came with 4 different size back straps for grip comfort, which I thought was amazing. Then put that back in, lock it back into place. It's good to go. But again, in 10 millimeter, we took it out the other day and shot it. Snappy little round. Well, I say little. It's 10 millimeters. I always want to say 40 Smith & Wesson, because 10 millimeters is just a longer version of it. But 10 millimeters, it's a snappy little round. We had fun shooting this. I like the sights on it. Now, I've added some glow-in-the-dark paint and covered it with clear fingernail polish to give me some night sights per se. Top plate is removable. It came with several adapters in the kit to put an optic on here if I choose to do so. I don't plan on it. Me and red dots don't get along too well. I had one on my 365 XL and I took it off because I have a hard time picking up or acquiring that dot with my eye. Could it be overcome with training? Yes. And I probably need to re-engage on that at some point in time. But right now, I'll stick with old-fashioned iron sights. So that's the M&P Shield 10 millimeter. When I went to purchase this the other day, they had a Gerson 1911 10 millimeter. And that one, you know me, I love 1911s. I love a 1911 platform. That one really caught my attention. It felt good in the hand, had nice, smooth, elegant lines. And but then I thought, well, if I'm gonna get something like this, let's look at capacity. And it had like a 8+1 capacity, whereas this bad boy here for a 40 or for a 10 millimeter, go again, for a 10 millimeter has a 15 round capacity. I kind of like that around that size. And then, of course, here's your 40 millimeter right here. Let's compare that to the size of a 9 millimeter right quick. Look at that. Hope y'all can see that difference. Likewise, the length of the cartridge. And now, I'll put it by a 45 ACP. Lengthwise, the 45 ACP is a little bit shorter. Diameter-wise, it's bigger, but not by too much. So, the other reason I got into it, if I ever decide I'm going to go outbacking, a lot of guide reviews I have been reading are starting to recommend this as a round to stop bear with. I pray, hope I never come into that situation. But they seem to say that that's the round of preference to stop bears with. All right, moving along. My my purchase before this one that was Smith & Wesson was the CSX. Again, you can see it's clear. No freedom seeds inside. All right. And again, it came with several back straps that I can interchange off the back here to the grip that I want. And I like it too because of the 1911 style controls. It's got the thumb safety. You got your slide release. You got your takedown lever here. The only thing I don't like about it is how you take it down. You've had to pop that little pin out, and it can be a booger to get out sometimes because you got to hold this thing back at just at the right place and pop it out. That's probably the one drawback to it that I don't like. The sights that came with it, the stock sights, awesome. The fact that it's an open hammer, but it also has a built-in trigger safety as well. For a subcompact 9mm, the aesthetics of it too, I love. But the fit in my hand, okay, the fit in my hand, I love it. And at 25 yards, it's a little nail driver. At least that's been my experience. I know there's some folks out there that have tried it, they don't like it, and that's fine. Not every gun's for everybody, okay? But I got it after I got my SIG P938 when I was considering buying this to begin with. But that P938 called my name first, and I decided to go back and buy it. And I owe you a comparison video between the 938 and the Smith & Wesson CSX here in the near future. Just put them side by side and go over the various commonalities and differences and how they both shoot on the range. But yeah, Smith & Wesson CSX, again, it's a snappy little piece. I love it. This is in my rotation of what I carry for my everyday carry. Yes, I've got a rotation. My wife told me, though, if I come home with another handgun, she's going to kill me. So better not buy any more handguns, right? I got off on this one because I told her this was for the business, which technically it is. So I can train people how to use it. Now, my first Smith & Wesson automatic purchase, because I've got a Smith & Wesson Victory model revolver in the cabinet back there. I'm not going to break it out. But as far as in the world of M&P series and their automatics, this was my first one. The M&P Shield in 45, and I love this handgun too. And again, you can see we're clear, no bang, freedom seeds in the bang chamber. Okay. Now I have modified this one with a custom back plate. My jump wings. I am a retired Army paratrooper. Okay. And again, this one I like. It's comparable to the 1911 in round count, 7+1. So when I carry this, I always got one in the chamber. It gives me 8 rounds right out the bat. But I love how it fits in my hand again. That it's just got a good feel in the hand. I love the straight lines. That's one thing about every one of these Smiths is the straight lines of the feature of the handgun. And again, with these, I've modified the sights myself with glow-in-the-dark paint, covered it with clear coat fingernail polish. That's just something I do. Instead of buying glow-in-the-dark sights that are $80 or $90, I just go the cheap way. But again, I love the other part too about this particular one for a subcompact 45, how slim it is. Okay, you take that and compare it to my CSX, and look how much thicker the CSX is compared to this one here. Same thing with the 40. Okay. Now again, drawback is round capacity. And this is also a short barrel 45. I want to say it's right at 3-inch barrel from the breech to the end. But I love it. At 25 yards, it's a great shooting gun. Again, for concealed carry, it's slim. It sets right on my hip. I can hardly tell it's there when I'm carrying it. But again, today I just wanted to show you these. Again, like on the 10 millimeter, here's your takedown lever, slide release, and this one's got a thumb safety. Now on this, it's not ambidextrous. There's no controls on the left-hand side. They may have improved it. I've got to go back on Smith & Wesson's website. I've been told there's been some improvements to the shield line. I really haven't kept up on those. But yes, this does go into my everyday carry rotation as well. And honestly, as large a piece as this is, I've got a concealed carry holster on the way that we're going to try out and see how that works. So, but I'd also like to tell you, for your holster needs, go to Bordertown Holsters. I'm going to put a link down below along with a discount code. All right. If you order from them and use that discount code to give you 5% off on your purchase from Bordertown Holsters. And let me tell you something about these folks. I ordered my external carry holster for this from my battle belt. And 2 days later, I had it via the U.S. Postal Service. They put that bad boy in the mail and got it out to me quick. And that's not the first holster I bought from them. Here's one of theirs right here that I got for my CSX. I ordered it, I want to say it was on a Monday, and I got it on a Wednesday. Now, they're out in Arizona. I live in North Carolina, and I got it within 2 days in the mail. Folks, these people are awesome. They're phenomenal. Go check them out. Again, here's the one for my M&P shield that I've got from them. Okay? These are both inside the waistband carry holsters. Go and check them out. Tell them J&L Shooting Academy sent you. Enter, I want to say it's J&L Shooting 5 is the code, but I'll make sure I put all that down in the description below. Go visit them. They've got a wide range of holsters that they offer, inside the waistband, outside the waistband. If they don't have your make or model in stock or on their website, call them. They may have it. They just may have not updated their website. And if they don't have it, they may be able to still do it based on what you send them. So give them a call. If you want a quality Kydex holster for your everyday carry needs, for your range carry needs, whatever the case may be, call these guys at tongue-tied at Bordertown Holsters. And like I said, I'm going to put the link down below. Again, I didn't want to take too much time today, but I wanted to share this with you. Because there's some of you out there that don't like Smith & Wesson. That's cool. There's you got the other people that prefer only Glocks or Springfields, and that's cool. I'm not just an all Smith & Wesson shooter. I've got other firearms by other makers and other brands that I shoot. But I am impressed with the M&P line, and I do like the CSX. So just thought I'd share that with you today. Again, I'm going to try and get a range video out soon with the CSX in comparison with the SIG P938. And I may even throw in the 365 to give a different perspective of the capacities of what I call a high capacity subcompact, because 365 XL is a high capacity subcompact. And I like carrying that too, but this one fits in my hand a lot better. But I do like how that SIG feels. But that's another video for another time, folks. But anyway, more content coming as I promised. I'm just sorry we've been off the net for a while. Like I said, doing range improvements, trying to get the business going, because we took a break in May for me and the wife to go up to Washington State and see our daughter and our grandson and son-in-law up there. But business is starting to pick up, and we're staying busy. And so now I've got to make the time to start making y'all some content and putting things out and doing videos on the range, especially with how the range is now. Let's see if I can give y'all an idea of some of the things we've done. And if I can get that blind to go all the way up. if y'all can see out there, if you look way back there in the back, we've added some tires to the top. We're going to be putting in dirt soon. I've built a couple faux walls out there so we can start building a shoot maneuver course. We're going to basically not tear down the range table completely, but we're eventually going to break that down and kind of rebuild it, give it a much stronger structure on the top, bring it back some so observers can sit in some shaded area, that kind of thing. So we got some real big plans for the business. So like I said, if you live in this area, if you don't, I'll put all the information down below in the description on our contact information for the business and see where we go from there, folks. But until then, folks, y'all stay safe. God bless, and we appreciate your support. This is Lee from J&L Shooting Academy. We'll talk to you later.